Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 17th of November, 2025. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back today to potentially finish up our playthrough of The Ghost of Tsushima. If we finish it up early enough, we will probably start The Ghost of Yota. Yeah, we will do that in a little bit. Do apologize for missing the stream last night. I don't know. I started to get kind of a really bad headache, and then start not feeling well. Hey, Operation Streamfest. Yes, Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, and then maybe Ghost of Yotai afterwards. But yeah, I was not feeling well last night, and just didn't feel like I was going to be able to stream, so I decided to take the evening off. But we're back today. We're going to be continuing on. So also we're starting a little bit early. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these afternoon streams. Because on one hand, I like doing the 2 streams, but on the other hand, I also don't want to reach burnout, you know? Because doing 2 streams like 6 times a week is a lot of streaming. It's a lot of streaming. Not that I'm feeling burnout or anything, it's just, it's like, from what I can tell, the most recommended thing people do is say stream like 3 times a week. Like, that's just kind of what the thing is. And it's like, okay, not only are we restreaming like 4 times that much, you know, I don't know. It's just, there's no easy answer when it comes to like what you're supposed to do with streaming. You know, some people, they stream twice a week, see a lot of success. Some people stream every day, see lots of success. You know, we've been doing this almost 5 years, and you know, we haven't seen the, you know, level of growth that other people have seen, obviously, doing less streams than us or more streams than us. Well, I don't know a whole lot of people that are doing more streams than us, if I'm being honest. There's people that are doing longer streams than we do. Like, instead of it being 2 separate streams, they just do 1 long stream, but I don't know. So I don't know what we're going to do with the afternoon streams. Obviously, we'll continue them on until we get through Ghost of Yotai, assuming we like Ghost of Yotai, that is. I'm not going to force myself to play through that game if for some reason we don't like it. But after we get done with Ghost of Yotai, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing afternoon streams, and if we are, I'm not sure what we're going to do for the afternoon streams. Evening streams are kind of our main streams right now. We used to do morning streams, so I'm not sure if we're eventually just going to convert back to doing those, or if we're going to stay doing evening streams. I don't know. There's no real, like I said, no real right answer on what to do. But it's just one of those things that, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I like, on one hand, it's like, if I have the time to do it and I feel like doing it, I should do it. But on the other hand, again, I don't want to do too much. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna do Tsushima and possibly Yotai today. We'll be back this evening with Tainted Grail. And then, yeah, we'll keep doing what we're doing. We're good. That's long and short of it. So this is hard to predict or do on purpose. The median viewers is 0. I think the median viewers is probably around like 3 or 4. Um, but it's it's less about viewership and just more about finding a balance, right? Like doing streaming to, keep having fun but not doing so much streaming that I'm also hurting growth, right? Like that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out is like I don't mind doing the two streams, but we're also doing them, like I said, 6 days a week, and I don't know if that's really sustainable because we're heading into the new year, right? Like we're heading into the new year, and it's like I don't know if that's really sustainable for a whole year, um, or even longer than that. But it's also one of those like, do we just do afternoon streams? Like, do we go back to like what we were doing with kind of like the morning streams? Do we stick with the evening streams? You know, um, it's it's difficult because like there's positives to everything, right? And there's also negatives to everything, right? Like the pros and cons. Um, and I don't know. I just can't really see either one as like, oh, this is the obvious answer for the channel, right? Like I thought maybe because we talked about it before I switched to doing because we used to do morning streams up until September of this year. We did morning streams, right? We started at like 11 a.m. Central Time, right? And um and we switched to evening streams to see how it went, and it's been all right. Like it hasn't been a huge like amount of growth, but it also hasn't been no growth, right? So it's just been kind of in the middle. So it's like it's a give. It's kind of like we could keep doing it and be fine. We could also not do it and probably be fine, you know. So it's just seeing if maybe trying to figure out like what we should do going into the new year because we only have a month and a half. We have officially passed the half month mark, halfway mark for November, right? So we have literally half of November and December, and we'll be heading into the new year. So I'm just trying to think if we're heading into the new year, I should probably lock down like what I want to do with the schedule, how much I want to stream. Like what we're going to stream is obviously going to be rotating depending on like what comes out that year, what we're playing. Like that's going to be changing because we're horror, retro, and variety like that. Those games will always be in a shuffle, but like when we stream is kind of what's in a flux. Because like on one hand, like again, we've seen some growth in the evenings, but we also don't have as many people to raid when we get finished. But the morning afternoon streams, we don't have as much interactivity because people are working. But I don't know, the past I would say week and a half, we haven't really had that much interactivity in our evening streams either. So based on that, I don't know if there's really a difference. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I'm mostly just kind of talking out loud, I think, about the stream because again, I've always mentioned that I will be transparent and genuine when it comes to the streaming stuff because the stream is about the community, right? It's always about the community, and any changes I make affect the community and are about the community. So I want to make sure that the community feels involved in that stuff. But yeah, I just don't have a clear-cut answer on what's going to be going on in the coming year or coming months when it comes to the stream schedule. Because like again, I know some people really enjoyed our morning streams because it was kind of just a chill hangout thing, but I also know some people have been doing the same for our evening streams. So, but again, I just don't think that I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking. Well, obviously, I'm thinking too much. I've mentioned this. I think way too much. But I don't know if the two streams is sustainable. Like again, it's not that we're streaming a lot. Like if we were doing two like, you know, 8-hour streams, that would definitely be a no. But since we're only doing like two 4-hour streams, like I don't know if it's necessarily unsustainable, but I just don't know if it is long-term sustainable, you know? And the thing is like we can always change it later down the road or something. So it's not like it's also like set in stone, but it's just, I don't know. I don't like changing constantly, right? Because I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm here for this, it's changed. I'm here for this, it's changed, right? Like that eventually people will just stop showing up because they don't know when to show up, right? That's the whole point of consistency. So I don't want to change things too much too often, but I also, you know, want to make sure that we're still creating consistent content. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what we're like, and possibly by the end of the year on whether or not we're going to keep the afternoon streams or keep the evening streams. We'll see. Because, like, the thing is we could always do one intermittently, right? We could keep, like, the afternoon streams and then do, like, on occasion evening streams, right? Or vice versa, right? We could keep the evening streams but do on occasion afternoon streams. Kind of like what we're doing for Ghost of Tsushima and Yotai, right? Like, we could stop the afternoon streams after that and do just evening streams until there's another game that we want to, like, cycle through. So... Because, like, at the end of the day, the only reason I'm really doing the two streams is because there's just so much I want to play. And this is really the only way I can get through the stuff that I want to play. Because, like, if we were trying to rotate Ghost of Tsushima and, like, Tainted Grail at the same time, we would never be able to play anything new until, like, February of next year. Right? Like, it would take forever. But because we're playing them all, like... at the same time on the two streams, we're going to be able to get through Ghost of Tsushima. We're probably going to be able to get through, or hopefully if we enjoy it, Ghost of Yotai and Tainted Grail, and then we'll be able to move on to like a bunch of other things, right? So that's part of the reason why I'm doing it. But I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I was just kind of thinking out loud and letting people kind of know what might be going on moving into the next year. We'll get into more detail about the I guess schedule stuff as we move forward. But for now, we'll stick with what we got. We'll stick with what we got, and then I'll make a decision maybe after Ghost of Yotai or whenever whether we beat that game or stop that game. I'll make a decision on whether we want to stick with that, because like on one hand, again, it also would help us to get through some of the longer form games in like the afternoon. So like if there's a game that's like a 30 or 40 hour game, you know, we could do that in our afternoon streams while we play a whole bunch of other stuff in our evening streams, right? So, but again, more content usually means less growth. So if I'm looking at it from a growth mindset, I'm doing probably the biggest disservice to our channel. But on the other hand, you know, again, I've been doing this 5 years. Someone mentioned it the other day. I don't remember who it was. They were like, "Yeah, I think you're gonna definitely, you know, blow up this year. You're gonna be found. You're gonna be like, you know, you're gonna get that popularity." I'm like, I've been doing this 5 years. If I was gonna blow up or be popular, it probably would have happened already. I legitimately don't know if if that's in the cards for our channel. If I'm being completely honest, I do feel like that ship might have sailed a long time ago. But again, I don't do it for those reasons, so like I'm not too concerned about that. My reasons are and always have been just making sure I make someone's day a little bit better with the streams. Like, we stream, hopefully someone stops by and goes, you know, that was fun, that was nice, it was chill, got my mind off things, or it was a nice place to just hang out and chat or whatever. That's all I'm here for. Doesn't matter if we have 1 follower, 100,000 followers. It's always going to be the focus here, you know. So it's just I know that basically everybody in everybody in the streaming scene would probably yell at me for the schedule that we keep, but it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. That being said, let's get into some Ghost of Tsushima. Let me turn off our music, switch up here. Alright, should be good. Okay. I was actually gonna do something. I realized something before. When we were doing collections, we were missing pillars, shrines, and hot springs. However, if we go to our map, we can put hot springs on the map. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, it's probably not worth it to do that. Because it doesn't. When we were on the island, it told us directly where to go. This one doesn't.
What took you so long? You had us worried. I thought you'd been caught.
Delivering my message wasn't easy.
Did your uncle read it? Will he help us defeat the Khan?
I hope so. But we can't wait to find out.
The wind's getting stronger.
The storm will be here by morning. Did you secure the siege weapons?
Enough to cause plenty of damage. Also found some deserters from your uncle's army who want to follow the ghost. We're ready.
Tell the others we attack at dawn.
I'll spread the word, but you should check on them. They want to hear from their leader.
Speak with your allies.
I feel like that too.
Hey, Norio.
Lord Sakai,
It's good to have the head of Seido Temple with us.
I would never claim such an honor for myself.
I know. That's why you deserve it, my friend. Tomorrow we avenge your brother and the warrior monks of your temple.
I just want our home back.
Sakai! It's good to have your bow with us, Sensei.
I gave you my word.
You've given me more than that.
Don't get sentimental, Sakai.
As you like, Sensei. I'll let you prepare for tomorrow.
I prepared my whole life. One more day makes no difference.
Who's in here? Ah, Kenji.
Here we are, my lord.
You're in good spirits?
Of course! I've been sipping good spirits all day.
Don't sip too much. You don't want to sleep through tomorrow.
Joking aside, there's no way I would miss tomorrow. I'm here for Taka.
Thank you, Kenji.
Samurai should focus on fighting the Mongols. Stop chasing ghosts. Jin.
Masako, I wasn't sure you'd come.
I said I'd be there when you needed me. But I need the Khan dead too. He murdered my husband, and his men slaughtered my sons.
We won't let them escape justice.
I'll help you make sure of it.
Get some rest. Tomorrow will be a long day.
Or a very short one.
Okay.
I was moments away from dying like that.
We've come a long way since you pulled me off Komoda Beach.
You were so heavy I could barely drag you. Had to strip you half naked just to reach town.
I wouldn't be here without you, you know.
I can't lose you, Jin. After everything we've been through. Everyone we've lost. I can't.
I have to stop the Khan.
No, you don't. We could find a boat, sail somewhere quiet, while your uncle fights his samurai war.
Do you really want that?
No.
If I fall, promise me you'll keep fighting.
You're a real bastard, Jin Sakai. You should get some rest.
Not yet. Let's sit just a little longer.
What? Izumi.
This is it. We have one chance to take down the Khan before he attacks our mainland. Kenji, what's the status of our siege weapons?
Ready to rain fire on the Mongol fleet.
Good. Yuna will signal your attack. Once the volley begins, the Mongols will charge your position and run right into our ambush.
The explosives are set up. Archers on the rooftops.
We're with you, Sakai.
Thank you. All of you. Go.
Jin, there's no sign of your uncle.
That storm's not waiting. And neither are we. Get ready to fire the signal arrow. Now! Mongols are coming. We'll cut down anyone who gets through.
All right.
This is for my son!
Watch your back, Masako!
Don't let him get behind us!
Take the fight to them! Forward! More Mongols up there!
Charge them, or they'll pin us down!
Push them back!
Kill them all!
Okay. Shield. Spear. Sword. Okay, sword's done. Spear, but we'll take out this guy. Spear. Sword.
Our plan worked.
The Mongols are regrouping.
We won't give them a chance.
Norio is leading the rest of our forces up the hill.
Then we'll join him and press the attack.
Norio.
You're all safe.
This is where it ends. Today, the Khan dies. Lord Shimura isn't here. We fight alone.
We'll lead an attack on the main gate. Distract the Mongols while you find a way inside.
You'll be overwhelmed.
We came this far. We're not turning back now.
You are all the bravest warriors I've ever known. I hope to see you again.
Leave the battle to us.
What are we waiting for?
No mercy for the Mongols!
Fight! Fight for Lord Sakai!
For the cause!
Need to get to a rooftop. Look over the camp. Figure out how to find the Khan.
Khan's probably right there.
That watchtower is perfect. See the whole camp from there.
Okay.
Khotun Khan.
Tsushima! No mercy!
Just have to reach the manor house.
Legium Harsinta. Legium Harsimo.
Oh, that's interesting. Puts out the fire if you roll. Alright. Get to this manor house.
All is death. Because you and your uncle would not surrender. I offered you peace, and you chose war. Now, the people of your mainland will suffer. You will never leave this island.
I will avenge the people of Tsushima.
Vengeance, the petty wish of a child. It is not my destiny to die here.
Okay, nice.
You're weak.
And what? What now? Hold on. And what now? Hey Void, thanks for the alert. Or a bomb guy. The dodge didn't go through. Okay, what the hell is going on right now? Oh, there we go. Oh, he's switched to a shield.
And another will come. We will be remembered forever. No, you will be forgotten.
Yep. Boop. Off with the head.
This is yours.
Chogoku Temple.
The Khan is dead, but his army is still here. Our home won't be safe until we drive them out to sea.
And when they're gone, what happens then?
We start new lives.
I used to know what my new life would be. Now I'm not even sure who I am.
You're a great warrior, a loyal friend.
And a thief.
That's the past. What you become tomorrow is your choice. We can't stay here long. My uncle will come looking for us.
No, he won't. After the battle, he sent a messenger.
Did he offer to make peace?
He wants to meet you by the still waters under the red-leafed tree.
Omi Lake. We used to spar there when I was a child.
Want company?
Nope.
I need to face him alone. He's my only family.
I know. It still hurts, thinking about Taka. The smell of smoke in his hair. His quiet laugh. The hell he'd give me for drinking too much. My whole life, he was part of me. And now... I'm alone.
You're not alone. You have me.
A ghost. You belong to everyone.
One last mission. So there's three camps. I'm guessing there's probably some camps in here and here.
Lord Shimura isn't here. I'll wait for him on the dock.
Jin,
Uncle,
I wasn't sure you would come.
I wanted to talk with you. If we work together, we can drive off the remaining Mongols.
Hey, thank you for the
Start
follow.
rebuilding
We do
our
anonymous
home.
follows
That is not your duty.
here. If you'd like a personalized thank you, just say hey, I followed in chat. Otherwise, feel free to keep lurking. I do appreciate
The
it.
Shogun has disbanded Clan Sakai. As of today, you are no longer samurai.
I sacrificed everything for my people. And I would do it again.
Hey, Forbidden Love, how are you doing today?
New samurai are coming to replace those we lost. They will occupy your land and estate.
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright.
I have to say
I'm
goodbye
about
to my
to
home.
finish up this game.
Ride with me.
Oh, we've beaten this game before, so I know what's gonna happen. We played this game back on release. Yeah, we played this game back on release. We're replaying it. Yeah, I do appreciate though. That was very nice of you. But yeah, we played it on release 5 years ago, and
Will you remain in Chito of Tsushima?
Yes. The Shogun asked me to train his warriors to fight the Mongols.
Good.
decided to play it
They
again.
won't give up until they've
I wasn't the
conquered all
hugest
of
fan
Japan.
5 years ago when we played it. I enjoyed it much more this time, and we are preparing for our playthrough of
Father and son.
Ghost of Yotai, which we will probably
Start a new family.
play right after this, because it's literally just this mission.
As I can.
So, well, I think what we'll do after this, though, is after we do this mission, we'll finish taking care of the things on the map. But yeah, the first time I played this, I really didn't like it 5 years ago, but
Trouble yourselves, my lord.
Nonsense. We can't do it
but
alone.
but when I came back, I had a different mindset this time around,
Not as sick as it looks.
That's a heavy load.
and
Where are you headed?
Jogaku,
was able to enjoy it much more. So
He has an army.
you didn't hear? They'll sail for the Mongol steppes with a storm at their back. Burn their homes to the ground.
An impressive goal.
This is everything
hey,
I can
Void.
offer them.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Then we will see you on your way.
Really get dragged at first, so that I really get sucked in the story. It's funny because like the story is actually the thing I like the least about this game.
Thank you.
The main story. The story of all the other characters is great. Even the like honestly, I like the DLC story more than I like the main story. The main story is
I have no idea.
is not really, and for one particular reason, like the reason why that is for me particularly is if you know how what happens with the samurai in history, it's just kind of a retelling of that, but on a small scale. So the reason why the samurai die off in history is because they refuse to adapt. That's all this story is. It's just a retelling of what happened to the samurai, but
Bow to the samurai.
with Jin, right? Like, it's just one person, but the entirety of the history of samurai. Right.
Defied me, Jin.
So,
My most trusted warrior. You taught our people to disobey their leaders. What makes you think your father...
so that's why I was just like, eh.
That's enough riding. Walk with me, Jin.
As you wish.
But all the side stories are really good with all the different characters and stuff.
The resting place of 7 generations of Sakai. Including...
And again, I really liked Iki Island. I think Iki Island, if that had been the story, like dealing with Jin's past and overcoming it to like strengthen the future, like that would have been better. You're more into the Legend side of this game? Yeah, the multiplayer stuff. Yeah, we're probably not going to touch any of that, to be honest. We're probably just going to do some map cleanup and then jump over to Yotai after this. After we have the showdown, showdown with our uncle. Spoilers for a game 5 years ago. We've already beaten.
I will miss this.
So will I.
You're not in multiplayer games? No, it's not. It's not the multiplayer stuff. It's just I would rather just move on to the next
You wanted
game.
to kill me.
The ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With poison, a gift, You gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
You have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
Yeah, see, this scene right here is just condensing the entire story into, like, one scene, right? You have no honor, you are a slave to it. That's it. That's the entire story condensed down to, like, a phrase.
I must stop.
And that's why the main story doesn't really grab me.
The cost.
Taking it is my punishment.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful and it's heartbreaking that, like, this scene has to happen where Shimura, in order to restore his family's armor, has to kill his basically adopted son, but... And he knows he can't win this either. Like...
It's time. Write the last words of Clan Sakai. And Clan Shimura.
Say, like, it has moments, it's just, I don't know. Should have tiered this part. Yeah, like I said, it's... It would be more meaningful if Shimura wasn't just, you know, the uncle of honor, right? Like, he doesn't really have much depth to him, other than he's like, I want you to be samurai, I want you to be my son. Oh no, you broke our honor code, so now I have to kill you to restore my honor, right? Let's see. Let's do this.
Strength in every step. A fate neither of us want. This is where we part.
What difficulty I'm playing on? Whatever, I think one of the normal difficulties. Whatever, like, a medium would be.
Your parents will always be with you.
Yes, Uncle.
I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Then I'm gonna enjoy everything. Then maybe go to leave the challenge. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of, like, play on whatever difficulty you have the most fun on. Right? If that's easy, that's easy. If that's hard, that's hard. You know, it's like, you know, that's why difficulties exist, right? Is whatever you have the most fun with. I usually shoot for normal, but if it gets too difficult, I put it down to easy so I can have more fun. If, you know, I hardly ever really go up in difficulty. Because I would just rather enjoy the world and the story.
I don't want to hurt you.
The wounds you dealt my spirit will never heal.
Killing me will only make them worse. I don't want to hurt you. You want revenge? Failure.
This is not revenge. It is my punishment.
Stabs. And to finish this off, that technique was specifically built to go around their fighting style, by the way. If you read the lore on that. And now the choice.
Honor me with a warrior's death.
See, this is interesting because what choice did I first go with? I think I spared him. I don't know. Let me check. 'Cause I'm very curious what I did. Let's see. Let's check real quick what we did the first time around. Boop, boop. Oh, that's a good time for ads while I look this up. Boop, boop. Looking it up now. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, interesting. Apparently, our first playthrough, we killed him. So this playthrough, we're gonna spare him.
I have no honor. But I will not kill my family.
The ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
I know.
There we go. Yeah, so our first playthrough, we killed him. So on this playthrough, we'll spare him, just so we have a playthrough of both endings. It is interesting though, because he did say what his uncle told him is that you have no honor. So he did throw that back in his face. So, but yeah. So that was that. That was that. Can I skip this? Apparently I can't skip this. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna maybe do a little bit of map cleanup before we jump over to Ghost of Yotai. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed that a lot more this go around. I will say, this game's okay, like mechanically okay for what it is. I still think. I guess. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Like usually we review a game after we beat it. I'm trying to decide if I want to do that now or if I want to wait. Because I would like to skip this, but there's not really a skip. I guess I gotta wait for this to finish, but yeah, because I do have some thoughts on this, doing this second time around and doing a lot more of the game. Um, which also makes me just very curious on how Yotai is going to be different. Because I feel like if Yotai is very if it's a lot like this one, I worry that we're probably not going to have a whole lot of enjoyment of Yotai. Okay, there we go. Press X to skip credits.
Lady Masako lost everything. And everyone. If she can keep moving forward, so can I. Hope you find peace.
Oh, this is like a little...
Smells almost sweet. But it's as deadly as any blade.
Oh, interesting. This is like our little house that has like all the stuff we've unlocked, I guess.
Jin, I like your new home. It suits you.
It will have to do, now that Clan Sakai is gone.
Huh.
And I've been branded a traitor.
I heard about your uncle. Will he come for us?
I don't think so. But sooner or later, someone will.
What matters is you're alive. You defeated Khotun Khan and left the Mongols without a leader. The mainland is safe.
But our home isn't. The Khan's forces are stuck here, more desperate than ever to conquer our island.
Then we'd better keep fighting. Just don't forget. Tsushima needs you.
I'll never forget that.
Good. We'll cover more ground if we split up.
Hit the Mongols from all sides. Take back our home.
Goodbye, Jin. And take care of yourself.
I will.
Okay.
You know.
Alright, and this is where we open the map. Traditions end. Eliminate the Mongol forces occupying Tsushima. Replayable duels in Mongol territories unlocked. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, okay, so there we go. There's the 3 that we missed. Which I figured they were in those spots. What is this? Oh, gift altar. I was like, why is that glowing? Alright, so let's go do these Mongol camps real quick. And then Wait, why is it not letting us change all the armor to... Okay. Off now, if you catch you again soon. Well, I appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Let's go... Oh, this is... New Game Plus unlocked. Really? They added New Game Plus to this? That's interesting. Alright, let's go... That's not good. Let's go do these Mongol camps real quick, and then we'll talk about the game. I don't think we're gonna worry about getting the rest of this, because again, we're not gonna 100% this or anything. But I do want to liberate Tsushima. Ow. Yes.
You, huh?
Get off on me, dogs. I thought of those. Like, are there more in here?
Negium Harsinta. Penguin.
Okay, so that's that one done, right? Yep. Alright, do that. Guessing that's the encampment right there. Hmm. Ah, watch it. Not what I told you to do. Okay. Okay. That's that camp done. Cannot travel during combat. Who am I in combat with? Okay. Who am I in combat with? Broken. Fine, just right over there, I guess. There we go. Alright, this will be the last one, and then we'll have fully liberated Tsushima. Not sure if you get anything special for that, but...
Who will face me first?
One, two. What? I didn't even think they could hit you in ghost mode 3. Alright. There's a trophy. I'm guessing that means we did the thing. 2 trophies. Alright, and then these question marks are probably the last things that we're missing. Because we're missing 1 hot spring, 6 shrines, and 3 pillars of honor. So, let's say 3... That'd be 10 things. Check the map to see if we can find the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3. No, that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 6, 3. What is this last thing? There's 11 question marks. Oh, it's probably an activity. Oh, haiku. Yeah, we're missing 3 haiku, so there's actually more question marks out here than we need. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not even enough for what we're missing, though. Anyways, that is just where we are going to go ahead and call Ghost of Tsushima finished. So I'm not going to run around and just grab that stuff. It's not really going to do anything for us other than get achievements, because we've already beaten the game. So, whenever we beat a game, I like to talk about it from a mechanical standpoint, from a story standpoint, and from an overall standpoint. And, of course, we are going to be talking about Ghost of Tsushima here. So, mechanically, this game is very much centered around the core principle of being kind of like a samurai, but then, of course, as you dive deeper into the story and become the ghost, around non-samurai methods, which are more stealth-focused. And I think my main issue is the the dodge and the parry most of the time are okay. I think the controls are still not as fluid as they could be. And I think that's only because I have things I could compare them to. I feel like if you've played this game and haven't played other games that had parries and dodges and stuff, you'd probably think that this game was like top tier when it came to that stuff. But because I've played other games that have better parries, better dodges, stuff like that, this just feels okay. They do lock you in. If you swing your sword, there is no animation canceling with a parry or a dodge or anything like that in most cases. So there is a time where you'll swing the sword and go, oh, I need a parry, but because the sword's still swinging, you can't parry, you get hit. And in some cases, you take a lot of damage depending on who's hitting you. It kind of plays with the slow, methodical, like, samurai mindset, but the only problem with that is when you have 6 or 7 guys around you, you can't really be slow and methodical. So it kind of structures itself in a way, and then kind of throws that out the window at certain points. So it's like, oh, you need to be like a samurai and stand off, and it's like, okay. And then here's 7 more people that are surrounding you, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. And then I tried to play this with the least amount of stealth possible to kind of see how the game kind of works if you were to just be samurai-like, right? If you were trying to fight with as much honor as possible. And it does feel like certain areas are built for you to be more, hey, let me stealth in and take out like half of these people and then fight what's left. Which is fine, right? Because they want you to engage with that mechanic. But I feel like it should be a choice. Honestly, I think the thing that would have been nice to see is if you could turn off the stealth mechanic. I know that seems weird because the whole like crux of the story is Jin's like fight against the honor stuff, but I think it would be interesting to see if like Jin hold on to that honor and still fight more honorably, but just in like a different approach, right? Because like I feel like you could still like give the player that choice in their hands instead of just in dialogue, if that makes sense. But mechanically, overall, it's okay, and it's still a very much an open world game. So it's go find stuff, get a little buff. Go find stuff, get a little buff. You know, the most of the treasures you find outside of the like armors from the side quest, you get like techniques and armors for doing the exploration. Outside of that, it's just cosmetic. Which I mentioned in our first playthrough 5 years ago was one of my biggest gripes with the open world. This time around, I don't really have that much of an issue with it, because I knew what to expect, I guess. But like you do get some techniques, you do get some armors, but there's not really. I would say overall, I feel like the tech tree, the level of techniques tree, if you will, they didn't really feel very meaningful. Like other than the standoff getting more standoff, or like I'm trying to think. Let me look at the technique tree. Like the deflecting arrows. Like I'm trying to think. You can parry unblockable attacks. Like, other than parry blockable attacks and deflecting arrows, not really a lot in that tree. Sprint tackle, jumping off the horse, and perfect dodge, like, those are alright. The mythic moves were probably the coolest thing. And then the stances, again, not... I don't know. I just felt like the tech tree was not very interesting, if I'm being completely honest. Most of the cool stuff came from the story itself, like the like assassinating someone through the wall, or getting the ghost mode and, you know, taking out multiple people, and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how much mechanical depth we gain or lose in the sequel when we play that. So onto the story. The story itself, I mentioned throughout our play, didn't really grab me that much. It's basically just the condensed version of a samurai's fight with honor. You know, what do you fight for survival, or do you fight with honor? And Jin decides to fight for survival, which is what saves Tsushima. But of course, his uncle represents his fight with honor, which would have probably amounted to everyone dying. That's kind of the story condensed, you know, which is just a story of the history of the samurai condensed in and of itself. I will say the story of the DLC, Iki Island, was far more enjoyable because it was more about the character of Jin than the overarching struggle of samurai versus non-samurai, you know. I liked that. I liked all the, maybe not all, but most of the side stories. I think they had a interesting kind of resolution for a lot of those, given the build up that they had. So like just the main story was just not really my vibe. So I kind of wish that we got. I don't know. I feel like his uncle just didn't really get a lot of like explanation or build up or anything. He was just there to represent honor, right? He's there to represent traditionalism and honor, and that's it. He's just kind of one-dimensional, and as someone who's supposed to be the voice of reason or voice of honor against Jin fighting in a, you know, guerrilla warfare, tactical survival kind of way, it doesn't really lend a whole lot of weight to the fighting with honor, right? Like, you're basically supposed to be contemplating with Jin, like, oh, is this actually the right way to do this? But because the uncle is just like, honor's the only way, that, like, it just, I don't know, it doesn't really give that argument a whole lot of weight, I guess. And it's just kind of sad, because if you're gonna have that debate on like whether Jin should fight with honor, then the person that represents that should have some like legitimate discussions. But every time we see that honor discussion brought up, it just makes the uncle look like an idiot, because like there's the like, oh, we're gonna repair the bridge and then storm the bridge that exploded only to run into more explosives, right? So it just makes the uncle's like fight with honor look stupid. And it's just like, well, if he's supposed to represent the other side of this argument, why are we doing this, right? And I think that's part of the reason why this story is just like, it could have been better if the honorable way was given more credence, or if the player could have chose to do more honorable battling than just being like, you could do a standoff, or you can stealth your way through the camp. That's basically the only choice you get with like the camps, right? Is either you stealth your way in, or you do a standoff. That's it. That's basically the almost entire argument or entire mechanical structure that goes with the honor versus not honor. Like, I don't know. I wish there was just more there to go with the story, but there really isn't. And I think that's why that story didn't grab me. Like I said, Iki Island was good. I really liked. I'm glad we got to do the DLC, because that is probably story-wise my favorite part of the game. Going through Jin's history, dealing with the idea of familial trauma and who his father was, what he did, and what honor looked like in that. See, that was a more compelling argument against honor than a lot of the stuff that we saw, because we got to see both sides of what the conflict was on that island. And from Jin's perspective, his dad was always an honorable samurai, right? But we go to that island and realize all the terrible things that he did in the name of being a samurai and stopping raiders, right? So, yeah, if the story had been more constructed like Iki Island, I probably would have been a lot more interested. But overall, just to kind of summarize everything, and move on with the review and thoughts and stuff, I still enjoyed the overall playthrough. I think mechanically, it could be streamlined. Like, the parries could be better, the combat could be a little bit better, the dodges could be better, but it's not bad. I feel like this is a game, like, mechanically, for someone who maybe couldn't handle something as intense as like a Sekiro, right? That this is like a very, very simplified version of like mechanics you would see in those types of games. Those like heavy, like masterful timing kind of games. Like this is a very, very simplified version of that. A lot less punishing to say. Again, story, I think for certain people this story is really will be really engrossing. It wasn't particularly for me. But I think overall, if you like the exploration of open world, if you like the kind of historical esque discussion on what it means to be a samurai and the world of this island and fighting against the Mongol invasion and stuff like this, I think I'd probably still recommend this. I'm trying to think if there's really any caveats I would say. Like this game came out 5 years ago. Um, and I still think like I don't think it shows really any age. I still think it looks really good. I still think it plays well enough. Um, in all honesty, I think if this interests you, you should probably check it out. You could probably get it pretty cheap or on sale. I don't think it's, especially with the sequel being out, I don't think it's going to be very hard to find a copy of. And again, we played the director's cut on PS5, and I think it cost me like 20 something bucks. So like it's not super, probably not super hard to find a cheap copy of the game. So if that's interests you, check it out. If this type of gameplay, this kind of like parry dodge, slash enemies, switch stance kind of thing, isn't your vibe, you're probably not going to enjoy the game because it's basically just that, but in an open world. So, all that being said, thank you so much for watching our playthrough and review of Ghost of Tsushima. We will be starting Ghost of Yotai, and I hope you'll check that out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next playthrough. Bye-bye. Alright. Now that we have done that, we are going to switch over. So give me a second, and we will switch over to Yotai. So I'm going to switch over to this screen. And let's get these games swapped out. Let's get started on Yotai. Let me change our title and everything. Oop. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get our title and everything switched over before I go switch out the games. So let's do that thing. That didn't take quite as long as I thought it was going to take. But it would take a little bit longer. Boop. Switch over there. Okay. Oh, I need to... Okay. Okay, okay. Apparently it needs to install stuff, so give it just a little bit. And I realized I was going to need to do this. Thought I had already installed stuff, but I love when you get a physical disc and it still needs to install stuff. This is going to take 3 hours to install things. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, it better not take no 3 hours to install things. Crazy as hell. Alright. Let's see how long it's actually going to take. Hopefully not that long. Might have to play something in the meantime. Looks like it's going to take about 80 minutes. Okay, now it's going down to 70, but still, that's an hour. It's going to take an hour to install? God, I hate modern gaming sometimes. It's like I have a physical disc. Okay, put the disc in. You have to install the game. Okay. What's the point of the physical disc, man? Yeah, it's gonna take like 70 minutes. That's over an hour. Well, if I had known that, I would have pre-installed it. I guess... yeah, I was gonna start Yotai, but apparently it's gonna take it an hour to install into the console, because apparently having a disc is meaningless in 2025, so... We might just switch over and finish the stream playing a couple hours of Tainted Grail then. Because I'm not gonna sit here for an hour waiting for it to install. With my nails? Yeah. I out with a friend this weekend and we painted our nails. So, thank you. Just black. I need to get me some black nail polish. I have some that's like supposed to be like you put 2 layers on and put like a coat on, but that stuff just comes off my nails so quick it's not even funny, so I need to get some nail polish for myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing for an hour. The strips? You mean like the stripe? Oh, there's nothing in there. It's just black. Yeah. Oh, the polish strips. I was like, what? I was like, there's nothing strips in there, I don't think. Maybe I'm delusional. Yeah, it's gonna take an hour for that. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna end the YouTube stream and we'll just do something else. Let's do something else.